Good morning, Mr. Shiby, students, faculty members, and parents. I want to say how honored I am to speak in front of you all. My name is Oliver Yang, and I'm a four-year senior from Shenzhen, China. Before I came to Lawrence Academy, I was a child spoiled by the love of my parents. It was certainly not easy for me when I had to travel thousands miles away from the place that I called home. I still remember the day when my parents drove me to the airport. Unlike usual, the ride was really quiet. They didn't ask many questions or make any physical contact. Instead, they were just looking at me. I pretend I couldn't see them by looking out the window, but I knew they were looking at me. After I received the boarding pass, I stopped in front of the security check because I knew it was time to say goodbye. I gave my parents a firm hug and turned around. As soon as I turned around, my tears started to rush down my face. I couldn't look back because I know if I did, I might not be able to leave. After passing through security, I glanced back for a brief second and saw my mom standing on her toes, trying to locate where I was. She waved at me. After she found me and I waved back, I turned around and tears rushed down my face again. It's not easy for a 14-year-old to leave home for the first time, and it's definitely not easy when he had to travel halfway across the world by himself. But I want to emphasize how much the LA community has made me feel welcomed, and how important it is to receive support from my parents. The first day after registration, I decided to grab some food from a dining hall. After getting a plate, I looked around the table but did not recognize anyone, so I sat down alone. I hunched my back and put my head down in order to avoid any eye contact. After a while, one of the students stood up from his table and approached me. He sat down, gave me a firm handshake, and said, "Hi, my name's Isaac." After a brief conversation, he introduced me to the varsity soccer team, who made me feel like I was part of the team. And that's why I can find a photo of me playing good soccer in the athletic center. One of the things that I've noticed over the years at LA is that the community provides so many opportunities for me to make new friends and establish connections with others. With the mentality of trying new things, I developed a relationship with many faculties and earned respect from my peers. During my sophomore year, I wanted to try something new for my winter sport. Although I had never skated in my life, ice hockey appears to be a fun sport. People on the team refer to themselves as the JV Bears, and Mr. Gagnon, we call him Gags, is the coach. I found Gags in the gym with a neon beanie hat on and jamming out to Taylor Swift. I told him about my thought of playing hockey this year. He told me that he would love to have me on the team, and I should definitely try out. I started practicing skating with Tyler Poulin on the weekends, and he was nice enough to teach me how to move forward, how to turn, and how to speed. Surprisingly, I learned pretty quickly, but I skate like a car with no brakes because I didn't have time to learn how to stop. The winter came quickly and it was time for me to try out with other players. At that time, my skating skill was still lingering at the pizza stuff level. However, I still tried to go as fast as I could when we were skating laps around the rink. I loved the feeling of the cool air passing by my skin. For a brief second, my mind believed that I was a pro skater, and I saw Gags clearing the puck in front of the net. Obviously, I was going to skate around him and try to impress him. But instead, I skated in a straight line and ran right into him. I knocked him on his back, and his glasses fell on the ice. I was in shock and didn't know what to say. So I just sat there and looked at him awkwardly. Gags didn't say anything either, besides gesturing me back to go back to skating. After the practice that day, I was like, I am so getting cut from the team. For the entire night, I was brainstorming other sports that I can play during winter, and I was pretty upset because I love being on the ice. The next time when I show up to practice, Gags acted like nothing has happened, so I continued practicing with the team. I put my best effort out there every single time I step out on the ice and dressed for every single game. People ask me, why put in the effort to dress if you know you're not going to play? I told them, if warm-up is 5 minutes, that's 5 more minutes on ice. You may wonder where this mentality is coming from. Well, without the support and influence of my parents, I would never become the person who I am today. As many of you are here to support your children, my parents are not here today. But their influence on me has a huge contribution on my growth at LA. My grades weren't the best my freshman year, but my mom told me, as long as I put my best effort out there, report cards are just numbers. It doesn't represent what kind of person you are and who you're trying to become. I carry those words with me over the years and try to give 100% in everything that I do. Overall, the LA community offers students many opportunities to thrive and grow. Most students don't see them because it is completely embedded within our supportive faculties and students. I am thankful for all of those who have helped me with my journey here at LA, and I am most thankful for my parents who in 7 months will see me again wade through them after I receive my diploma. The tears may fall again because I'll be saying goodbye to this home for the last 4 years. Thank you.